Definitely set to public. Definitely set to public. Yeah. There we go. Right, that should be up now.
Are we live?
Channel live. Yep, that looks like now. Great. Sorted.
Can't see it.
Yeah, it's up. First race back, technical issues. Just click on the Monkeyseat logo because it says
there we
live.
go.
It's got the ring around it.
There we are. F1 is back.
That's the one.
Oh, there we go. Could have mute this fucker. There we go. I've said about 2 words on it. I'm already swearing. Happy days.
Right. How long before Tom Downey jumps on?
Well, they probably won't because they were watching the.
Maybe. Okay. Oh my God, I have so many messages from when my phone battery died earlier. Right. Okay, so I've got the live stream up. I've got the F1 testing up, which is currently live. Got jingle palette. Is there any other? No, I think we're good. Right. Oh, is that Logan Sargent pulling over? It is.
I don't know if you're ahead of me or what's going on.
Oh, no, he's just doing a practice start. That's fine. Yeah,
I'm watching the guy with all the flow paint.
Okay. It's just Logan Sargent just pulling out the pits now. He's coming into turn 1.
No, I'm watching the stake go very slowly.
Okay. I don't know if you're ahead of me or I'm ahead of you.
You're ahead of me.
Yeah, you just got Logie Sarge.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, should we start this, baby?
Yeah, why not? Are you sure you're live?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh no, weirdly I got your pre one up.
Oh, what the private one that went up and then went down again?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not on the right live stream.
I don't know what I'm on.
Right. Well, let's rectify that before we start. What's your off time, by the way?
2:30.
Okay, that's fine. We'll aim for 2 o'clock. You on now?
Just trying to see if I can get onto YouTube. I don't even know if YouTube's on this thing. It doesn't matter. Like if anyone chats, let me know and then I'll try and jump back onto it.
Cool, no problem.
Because it weirdly wasn't showing me up a chat option.
Oh, okay. That's strange. It's definitely up on mine.
Weird. There we go. Is this very boring for everyone? I'm sorry that you have to deal with all this crap.
It's fine. Everyone of currently on this live stream, I think I'm the only one on it, so it's fine.
Cool.
Right. Oh, enable smart recording with AI companion. What's that?
What the hell's that?
To use this feature, you need to enable audio transcript and then this feature in the settings. This feature will only be effective for the next meeting. Oh, I might look at that. So it could be like whenever I play the title sequence, it automatically records. That'd be cool. Because the amount of times I forget to press record is insane.
Yeah. Have you pressed record yet?
No, not yet. I'm just about to.
Until you forget about it.
Well, no, I'm there with my finger highlighting over the button now. I'm
I
starting.
wonder if I can find Monkeyseat on YouTube Kids.
Right, we're on. Cool, let's start this.
Oh no, you won't be able to.
Max Verstappen has taken the checkered flag to win. That was absolutely brilliant. No, Sergio Perez is giving it everything. Oh no, Maggie, that was so not right. Goes Leclerc, through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff. And into each other goes Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez.
Bottas took out both levels.
And at the back, that's George Russell out of this race. Daniel Ricciardo makes contact there with Kevin Magnussen, and there's a second contact.
Fuck, I can actually swear.
Yay, well done.
Oh, I did the grid talk and I had two episodes. I did 2 episodes over the winter season. I couldn't swear and I still swore. And
Yeah,
then
you did.
I got my knuckles wrapped by Mr.
Your
Downey.
knuckles wrapped by Mr. Downey. Yes.
Yeah.
I was on that podcast. It was a Hamilton reaction podcast.
Oh yeah, that
wasn't
was it. Yes.
And you're just I think you just said shit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck, assholes.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go.
Big
I can,
titty
my
wank.
Tourette's, my Tourette's can come back out.
Yay.
Yeah. It's not even like I'm trying to swear. It's just, I was talking about Lance Stroll and he is shit. So, like,
I love how you talk about Lance Stroll on a Hamilton moving to Ferrari reaction podcast.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, by the way, if you only listen to Monkey Seat, firstly, what are you doing with your
Monkey Seat? Yeah.
Firstly, what are you doing with your life? There are far better podcasts out there than Monkey Seat. Go and listen to them instead. Still listen to us, but listen to other stuff as well because we aren't very good.
Yeah.
And secondly, so Lewis Hamilton is moving to Ferrari for 2025. I'm sure we will get into that.
I mean, hang on. If you're only listening to Monkey Seat and you've not seen any F1 news,
well,
why are you listening to Monkey Seat? Who's these people that are just listening to Monkey Seat?
They might just really like us and not Formula One.
My own wife doesn't even just like me. She watches Formula One. So it's more chance of her watching Formula One than there is watching me.
This is true. Oh, we got a Red Bull just going out on track. I'm also watching testing whilst we're doing this.
So yeah, this isn't meant to be a watch along because I can't. No offense to those that do watch alongs, but
I've never done a watch along.
I never understand them. Like, so weirdly, this is a bit of a watch along, but it's more of a watch along because it's just happening at the same time, and this is the only time we could all make together.
Yeah.
Normal service has resumed in the Horrocks King households.
Oh yes.
And it's only going to get worse, so it's going to be fun.
Well, I'm directing a musical in less than 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, I will be well into the musical, and I've got a baby due in just under a month's time. So. Yeah. Life is very much crazy.
I'm going to America July, August time for 3 or 4 months. So
that's going to be fun for podcasting.
Yeah.
With that time difference. Take your headset with you, definitely.
Actually works fine because it'll be during my daytime.
Okay.
So and the job that I'm doing out there, I'm not going to be, and I can work a bit loosely.
Okay, cool.
So
well, hopefully
it'll be fine.
We'll see.
Hopefully it'll be fine.
If we just disappear from your podcast feed for about 3 months, then I'm having a terrible time as a new father, and Carl can't make the time difference work. So
yeah.
But
we'll see. Like we'll do our best, and if not, it'll be a mixture of Tom and me with some special guests and chatting to a few people and having a few things. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So
it's not like we've got 24. It's not like we've got 24 races to report on or anything.
No, this season's already going to be shit, and we're not just talking about the driver swaps and everything else that's happening in silly season that's already started.
Certainly based on the 5 hours of running we've had so far. 5.5 hours of running.
Is that Stroll porpoising like fuck? It is.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but he's going up and down like this. Which I mean, on an audio thing, go and look at YouTube if you want to see me bounce up and down. No, yeah. I mean, I definitely said YouTube as opposed to any other websites at the beginning.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, Red Bull already looking strong, already looking planted. The cars.
Testing does not mean that the timings don't mean anything in testing.
No. But generally, you can tell if people are having a bad time, and they are not.
Is there anyone you think that anyone's having a bad time?
I'm not massively convinced by Ferrari so far, based on the opening 5 hours.
Yeah.
I was a little bit concerned about McLaren. I'm not going to lie, but it seems like.
Laura was like, why is Piastri like 4 seconds behind? What's going on?
Well, he was just doing install runs for the first half hour of the first session, but then he came out and did a full race distance. So apparently there was no issues. That was exactly what they intended to do. They were just running a different program to everyone else. They were doing all their systems checks early doors. And
It sort of makes sense as opposed to
see
and
it's
what's
also
working and then fix the issues that
it's
are.
also not representative conditions either,
No.
so you're not going to learn a huge amount. It's only going to be systems checks. And
So this afternoon / this evening in their world will be better when the sun goes down. So the last hour or so.
So for me, so far, Ferrari, I'm not massively convinced on, but it's still early days, and Williams a little bit concerned given they had that one issue where Albon pulls off the track. It didn't cause a red flag. There's been no red flags yet in testing, which is rare.
Yeah, hang on. We got Sargent Stroll out, so let's not get too excited. Well, not out, but
sure
they will be out within the near future.
Logan Sargent now really built up. He's put on 5 kilos of muscle over the winter.
Okay. Well, that helped him
he was
steer into things.
Physically struggling last year quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued as to whether they've done some altitude stuff as well, and whether they've done some heat stuff as well for guitar and.
Well, they've got the slight regulation change now. They're allowed air scoops on the front of the nose to bring a bit more air into the cockpit, so it should be a bit cooler for them. I mean, it's still going to be insanely hot.
What's going on with Mercedes's nose? This random bit of carbon.
It's interesting. It's an interesting interpretation of the regulations. I'm not technically gifted in that sense at all. But
this little piece of
and didn't they have like a little bit of mesh across the front as well? So it has to be a continuous piece, but they had a bit of mesh across there. But it was like, it's still connected, so it's still a continuous piece.
Yeah.
So
and then they've got like a little ribbon where they've got the fourth top. It's like it's thicker, and then it just literally goes down to a thin little element, which literally is holding on for dear life type thing. But then on the actual nose itself, the actual nose,
I think
they've got another sort of section that they've covered up for some reason with carbon.
They seem to have some nice features on the car. I don't think any of the features are going to be transformative into something that's a baked-in advantage or anything like that. So I think it's just they just seem to be understanding this concept a bit better. So it's probably going to be a better, more rounded, more consistent car. I just think that maybe based on what we've seen, given that Red Bull have brought this new concept, I think Red Bull might start a bit slow.
the Adrian Newey, I can do it. I can do the no pods better than Mercedes pods by giving it a Simpsons overlap.
I think if they do convert to a zero pod philosophy for later races, that's embarrassing for Mercedes. That's really embarrassing for Mercedes, especially if it works. But I think maybe they may start a little bit slow. There may be an early retirement for Red Bull. There may be a couple of issues here and there, but I think by sort of race 5, race 6, they're gonna pick up and go. So we might have a championship fight for the first half of the season, and then after that, I just think Verstappen will fly. Sorry, did you say something?
Yeah, it'll head off and it'll go again, and it won't be it'll be copy paste, much like Red Bull's design company livery. I mean, what is the right? This
but
is
also
really
between the technical teams, between them and Team RB as well.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer calling them VCarb, and I know we don't normally do the add the sponsoring. Like, no one's going to call it Kick Sauber.
No.
Even though, like, their emblem is hilarious because it's just the Kick branding logo.
Steak, isn't it?
No, it's Kick Sauber.
Oh, maybe it's just because it's because of Bahrain, isn't it?
Oh,
because Bahrain's a dry country. They can't have oh wait, no, because they can't do gambling. Yeah, they can't do betting, sorry.
But isn't Kick a betting? I thought Kick was a gambling platform.
No, Kick isn't.
It's like Twitch. It's like Twitch, but you can gamble on it.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
But anyway, the logo at the moment, you know how they will have the Red Bull logo. Have you seen what the Sauber's logo is? Is just a Kick K from their own branding. It'd be like putting X from X. That's a really rubbish. It's like putting the McDonald's logo on it with the big M as a McDonald's logo and just writing Sauber underneath it. It's just like, all right, great. Although I quite like their color car, but what I'm actually saying is, why do we bother doing the car releases? What's the point? because the cars look nothing like how they released. I mean, it's like someone's drawn a picture of a car and they've gone, yeah, here it is, and then we'll actually throw out a real car. It just seems pointless. Ferraris was so quick, you blinked, you missed it in their release. And all it is just showing their branding. But
It's good.
Do we
It's
care
good,
about the livery color?
It's good content for the team and good exposure for the brand and everything. It's just a publicity thing. There's nothing, you can't really get any technical knowledge from it. Although Gary Anderson will try and tell you that you can get an idea from it, but Gary Anderson's not an aerodynamicist, and he just really annoys me. But we'll skip over that.
You can't tell anything from it apart from here's a picture of a car, and here's what the livery might look like. It's sort of it, but then even the Alpines. I didn't see Alpines this year. To be honest, I didn't see hardly any of them this year. But the Alpines last year, they had 2 liveries, and it was just like, well, hang on, pick one.
Well, they've still got 2 liveries this year as well.
Oh, have they? We've got a pink car as well.
They've got the full carbon car with a little bit of blue, and the full carbon car with a little bit of pink.
Okay, we're running the full carbon car with a little bit of blue at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, but they're gonna have the pink car for, I think, 6 races this year, not 4 or 2, or whatever they had last year. I can't remember now. Okay. But yeah, apparently it's gonna be 6 races. Because apparently they pulled a bit of a fast one for BWT. They told BWT that they were going to have last year there would be 4 livery changes for the season. So they're like, oh, okay, so we get 4 races, and then no, what it turned out was it will change from pink to blue, and then it will change from blue to pink, and then it will change from pink to blue, and then it will change from blue to pink. So it's like, so you actually get 4 races, or 2 races, but there's 4 livery changes.
Yeah.
So okay, right. So apparently BWT weren't very happy. So I think they're giving them more this year to make up for it.
But I think, I am surprised BWT is still there because they are Otmar's.
Well, you don't know how these things. They seem.
Come on, they are Otmar's boys.
I'm
just going by Drive to Survive in some ways, and obviously that's not a documentary, but there is a connection. Otmar moved from.
Yeah, he moved. Yeah, Otmar moved from Racing Point to
I think at Alpine, and they moved over. It just seems like they're Otmar's boys.
Yeah, okay, that could be.
And you watch if Otmar comes back in.
It could be a coincidence, though. We don't know how these deals come about, but yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. But yeah, so we kind of covered testing so far.
What do we think about all these new management things at the moment? Like, we've got new manager in Haas, which was slightly shocking. Katsu Curry, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The new title sponsor of Williams
is who?
No, if you look at the Williams card, it's sponsored by Komatsu.
Oh, right.
Completely different company to obviously Io Komatsu, who's the Haas team principal. But yeah, it just looks like Haas are now sponsoring Williams. Randomly. It's like having Wolf on the side of a Ferrari, or or Horn Dog. Oh no, sorry, Horner.
I mean Horny.
Allegedly.
Sorry, yes, not to cast any aspersions. I mean, there is a lot of, although there's silly season and we're getting on to silly driver season, there's silly management season at the moment as well, because Haas has a new manager, Red Bull, now RB, V-Carb, whatever you want to call them, have a new manager. Voles is taking on his second year.
His first proper full season.
Proper season under his car. And I think if there's not a person that's not in love with Voles, I think you're mental in the head. I think he seems to be the top person in Formula One at the moment in management style.
Well, where did he learn that from, though?
Oh, from Toto, absolutely. But he also is the most articulate. He's the most.
But as well, he's also got the furthest to go. He's got the furthest to go because his team, when he joined them, were the worst car on the grid.
Yeah.
So he's got low hanging fruit and can make big big changes and big gains very early by just changing culture. So the key is going to be for me, once he's changed the culture and then that team move back up into that kind of top 5 ballpark thing, and then trying to make that change into a regular race winner, potential title fight card. Making that change is going to be tough. But to be honest, I don't think he'll ever do that with Williams. He'll get them to that point, and then he'll end up being poached from another team. He'll be a
I have every bet in my soul that he is going to be the lead of the team principal of back in Mercedes.
I think he'll probably end up at Aston Martin or something like that when Stroll packs up and leaves, or when they decide.
Which Stroll are you talking about? Yeah, I mean,
Lawrence.
But why would they get rid of Mike Pratt? He's not old and he's not useless.
No, but Lawrence Stroll will just wield the axe if things don't go well, and I'm not convinced things are going to go well. So
I don't know. They're not horrific this year at the moment in preseason.
No, they seem to have made a good start on day one. But I just mean that
I'm intrigued as to whether they keep Alonso, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, no, it's more just like the way Aston Martin operate as a company and as a Formula One team. I'm just not massively impressed.
Can you imagine Vols going into Aston? I can't imagine that would be a massive culture change as well again. Like, although there's a culture change within Williams was very archaic. Well, Aston isn't archaic, it's just corporate. And it's not what Vols, I don't think Vols can deal with that corporateness that well.
I don't know. He was in Mercedes, the most corporate team in the world. So.
Yeah, I suppose. But then when you're just a cog as opposed to the meat grinder, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's still very early days for Vals, so.
So yeah, I mean, so it's exciting to see him. I really like him. Obviously, she's pretty.
I don't know who you're looking at. At the moment, it's Ted Kravitz and Pat Fry. So
I've really got a shot of females' buttocks in the pits in Aston Martin. Probably Ted Kravitz's girlfriend. What was I saying? So we are
team principals.
Talking about team principals. Who else is there? So do you think going back to Haas, do you think that was the right decision to make?
I can see why they thought it was a good idea, but to then give Komatsu exactly the same brief as Steiner had, I don't see what they're going to gain from that. Well,
what do you think was the brief?
It's basically don't spend any money, or this is your budget. It's smaller than everyone else's. I expect you to advance through the field and do less with more and be better. But it's like they've already got the worst car on the grid. They're not getting any investment. They've got tools that are not fit for purpose. Their factory is, it's not really been changed since it was built 10 years ago. They've not had any upgrades in that sense. When they bring upgrades to the car, they don't work, which tells me that they don't understand the concept, which means they've got the wrong people in post. They seem to be very proud of the fact that they've still got so many people there from when they started. But that's not a good thing. You need change in the company to bring fresh ideas.
Well, I think that's what happened with Williams, wasn't it?
I think it's the start of. I think losing Steiner now is. I don't think Steiner was doing a phenomenal job. I think he was doing a great job commercially, which Komatsu will not be able to do. Which means
what money is Komatsu going to bring in? I can't imagine. The thing with Gene is that he got in front of cameras with the branding on his shirt. And that's
for me, it's the beginning of the end for the Haas team. I genuinely think that I know Gene doesn't want to sell, but I just think that the team itself is just going to go. It's going to go back and back, and they are going to be cast adrift. There'll be talk of the 107% rule coming back in, where they just start not qualifying for races. Because they will start getting in the way. I know the field spread is very close at the moment, but I can just see Haas going backwards now. I don't think they are going to be cut adrift. By the end of the season, they will be cut adrift from the rest. I can't see them. Everyone else has got something good going on, and they've got a vision, they've got a plan. You've got Visa Cash App, RB, this new philosophy of taking more from Red Bull, that's going to jump them up the order. You've got
You've got
McLaren
the
with their new
Scooter,
philosophy.
you've got Ferrari with a
Yeah.
new,
And then,
Fred Vasseur now in there.
Yeah,
with an idea.
Alpine turning a corner and moving forward.
And
Williams moving forward. Stake, new
Sauber,
direction.
yeah.
Stake are the only one realistically that might end up in that fight with Haas. But
but they've got a new direction. They've got Audi. They've got a get out jail.
They are building up. They are building up. And
they've got Andreas Seidel just in the sidelines. Is Andreas Seidel?
Yeah, Seidel's there, but he's not directly involved.
No, but with the Audi side.
But I mean, Audi can't do a huge amount with the team at the moment. All they can do is build up the facilities, which is what they've been doing.
But they know that's where it's going to move to.
Yeah.
So that's not a major at all. Aston Martin just have the new. I mean, they've got more money in a sense.
Yeah.
And they've got the new.
I just can't see where Haas move forwards.
No.
I can't see it at all. And they're not allowed to work on their 2026 car until next year yet. So I just don't see. I don't see what the point of that team is anymore. If they still had Steiner in charge,
it could be the great American team.
Could be, but they've never once leaned into that. They've never had an American driver. They've the closest they've had is a Mexican driver, and they've never lent into it with their branding, or they've never tried to make it big in America. They've always it's just been from day one. It's just been a branding exercise for Gene Haas to make money. He's made a shit ton of money, and I'm just bored of that team now. It's my least favorite team in F1. I love all the teams, but they are my least favorite team.
Who's walking around in a Haas shirt? Do you know what I mean? Who's buying?
They probably don't even have branding stalls.
Yeah,
I just don't
doing that.
Yeah,
they're not.
I can't imagine anyone is a Haas fan. They're probably a Steiner fan.
Yeah.
No, or like a Hulkenberg fan or a Magnussen fan, but I don't think anyone is a fan of the Haas team because there's not really anything about it.
Yeah, what is the Haas team? But it could be that great American team that it's so sort of needed now. We've got we've currently got 3 races, talk of a 4th in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably I'm not keen on the future of Miami. I think Miami might drop off the schedule. So I reckon Chicago. I reckon that may replace.
I think weirdly there will be a bit of a roving sort of third race.
I think 3 races is fine. 3 races is the right amount for America. Yeah. And I would be happy. Like I quite like Las Vegas. Give it a few more years. We'll see how we go. Yeah. But I quite like there being Circuit d'America's proper race circuit. Keep that has to stay on the calendar. Las Vegas and another one that can change. We might go to Indy one year, it might
that'd be nice. I think it'd be
alternate with Miami and Chicago would be fine. If they want to do like a Detroit street race or something, then that's fine. But just keep it to the 3. That's fine. 3 is the right number for America because you've also got Brazil, you've got Montreal, and there's a lot of stuff around that area, Mexico as well. So I know it's a huge continent, but for me, like 3 for Central America is the right number, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, the fact is we've got how many in Europe?
I mean, yeah, loads, absolutely loads.
Compared to the America, which is the same size.
Yeah, I know, I get that. And I do get that, but you don't want 16 races in America. And you've got other cultures that you're showcasing as well. Like you need to showcase these cultures and these to be a truly global sport. Otherwise, you just end up like the Super Bowl, the World Series, where it's only in America. You're not. You need to represent the world, so you need to go to all these different cultures. And I know they're much smaller countries, but you do need to go to them. You don't need 3 races in
one country.
No, you don't need them in like 3 races in like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. You don't need 3 there. You can.
Well, hang on, we've got Bahrain, Saudi Arabia,
and Qatar. Yeah, you don't need that many. You 2 is fine. 3 is silly for such a small area.
Yeah,
but hey, that's where money talks.
Yeah,
that I would rather see one of those.
But this is what America and money talks. And why is Haas not grabbing onto that concept?
They just never tapped into that market. I would be very happy to see Andretti or even the what was it, the high tech team with the other one that almost got in, them to buy in and by the Haas team. I would be very happy to see that happen. But I do actually like the V carb, the Visa
The
Cash App
V-carb.
RB car. I always like the Toro Rosso cars.
The only problem that I have is their workwear outfits.
I've not seen the workwear outfits
or whatever. You know, they've got a bull that goes around the side. Okay. Which is all very well, except where the seam is here, it doesn't match. The bull bits don't match.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like it's just like such an amateur thing. It's just like, oh my god, they've just gone from a very high end fashion brand to like the t-shirts that were left over from when they were Toro Rosso. Yeah, it feels like that. And the same color, and then they've got the old same paint out from the Toro Rosso paint bucket as well. Which isn't too bad, you know, and I have no issue with that. I think everyone is starting to call them Toro Rosso again, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
But talking about branding and things, I love that we have Boss with that sponsor the outfits for Aston Martin, and then Hugo that sponsor the outfits for V-carb. And it's just like,
did you see
it's like the same smell but different bottles. It really is.
AlphaTauri are now sponsoring this clothing sponsor of F1. Like official clothing sponsor of F1. I'm sure I read that. I'm gonna have to do a bit of Googling. Other search engines are available.
Yeah. Are they?
I'm sure.
What other search engines does anyone else use? Let's be honest.
Bing.
Who uses Bing?
I don't know. It's the standard one, isn't it?
Which everyone deletes and ignores.
Yeah.
So it's like Internet Explorer.
FIA wrote a statement. We are thrilled to announce a partnership between AlphaTauri and the FIA as the first official clothing partner from the 24 to 26 season. FIA, a premium FIA.
Hang on, the FIA. So all the officials are going to be wearing AlphaTauri.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna look good, isn't it? That's gonna look good. AlphaTauri are proud to announce the global partnership. Oh my god!
The most ugliest, oldest men and women alive. You know that. You know they're not designed. They're not built to do anything athletic or cool. The FIA is full of old men. Sorry, are they also coming up with a Arab wear for Bin Salam, whatever his name is, to wear?
No idea.
Yeah.
These
don't get it. No, bless them. They're a bunch of old men and women. Like, I don't think I say women, and I don't think there's any women in the FIA. Actually, is there any women? Yeah, but is there any women that are prominent in the FIA? There's none. That you never see any of them.
We never see them, but we don't see a lot from the FIA, to be honest.
Yeah, but hang on, it's all this stuff about inclusion with all the teams. The FIA need to look at themselves. Jesus.
Maybe they should hire Christian Horner.
Yeah, we'll caveat this with like no one knows anything. Do you know what's really annoying me about the Christian Horner thing? I mean, there's a load of stuff going on around in my town at the moment. It's quite funny. There was a £30 million crystal meth got found in Cork, and it's all being related back to my hometown Tralee. We're so small as a town and an area. We all know who it is. We all know what the story is. We all know which businesses are getting taken over, getting ransacked by the Gardas and everything. Irish police.
Okay. I'd love to know where this is going, but okay.
Right. So we all know everything, and I mean it's close circuit, and but there's no information online. Like if you typed in Kerry drugs, you will not find any of the information. It feels exactly the same as that with the Horner story. There is obviously a small group of people that know a lot and have said nothing to anyone outside of that small group. And everyone else is just speculating what the actual fuck is going on. And like I'm in the village 10K away from where it's all happening. Yes, there are things that we know, but the rest of it's really speculation as to, we heard this, we heard that, we heard the other. And we're placing it thing. But what's really annoying is this whole thing is, can you tell me what Christian Horner's done? I don't think you can.
No.
No one can tell me what Christian Horner's done. Can you tell me what the answer was to their inside thing? No one can. Can you tell me even who's involved? No one can tell you anything about what is going on with this. There is no understanding. There is no information.
They've got to follow a process, though, haven't they?
Yeah, and I actually understand that. But can we just stop? Can everyone just stop talking such shit online about, Christian Horner's sending naked pictures? Christian Horner, how are you getting these things? We don't know. You don't know. You've heard your mothers of your mother, your auntie, of your uncle, of your dog's brother fucking saying something that there was a picture and that's exploded. Like, who knows? It might be true and you might have got the right thing, but there's no official statement and you might never know the official statement. But the fact
it's fun to speculate, though.
It is fun to speculate, but if this was true enough, and if this was that he was sending naked pictures, he was bullying in the workplace. I mean, which one of those is it? I've heard both those stories. He still wouldn't be there.
Well, this is the thing. In any other global company, if the head of that company,
not the film industry though,
was accused. Okay, apart from the film industry, if the head of that company was accused of anything in that ballpark of
politics
of controlling and threatening behavior in a managerial position or inappropriate sexual behavior, they would not be in that position while the investigation continues, because even in politics, that potential abuse can continue with other people. So you cannot continue in your role if that accusation is made. I mean,
even if it's, he took gardening leave, whatever. Or he, the fact he's front and center as well. He's still there. If he said,
it's a bit insulting that he's still there giving all these interviews and being front and center of the company.
But it's not insulting because it's not.
It shows that the Red Bull don't take it seriously.
Well, Red Bull don't take it seriously. Okay. Or is it that there is nothing and this is all a hula baloo of nothing? Well,
that's fine, but you still have to take the accusation seriously and remove the potential threat, unless they have got categorical evidence. Unless they've got categorical evidence that says that this person is, for want of a better phrase, inventing things. It's unless they can prove that outright, and they are 100% certain.
We don't know what they're inventing. We don't know
we don't.
What the actual thing is that he's being accused of.
The ballpark of what they're talking about is so serious that you can't not remove unless you have categoric 100% evidence that there is no case to answer.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure how
the
they
two cases that it seems to be at the moment is either a sexual deviance type thing or
which I can absolutely see.
And
just my opinion.
Bullying.
Just my opinion.
Bullying, which I can absolutely see as well.
I can absolutely see Christian Horner being known as the horn dog and walking into meetings and going, I can absolutely see that. That is not based on any fact, and I'm not slandering. That's just something I can see Christian Horner doing that.
Horrocks on the Monkeyseat has got inside information that Christian Horner has been walking into offices and shouting,
barking like a dog,
and calling himself the
horn dog.
The horn dog. I mean, that's clickbaity as fuck.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if it's being handled well by Red Bull. I don't know if these. I think they've gone with one of the two ways they could have done it, which is either take it seriously, tell the guys to F off, and take it seriously. Sorry, not F off. Take it seriously. Tell Christian Horner to take gardening leave, work from behind the scenes. Don't be front and center of camera. Don't do the launch event. it's not business as usual. We'll hide you, but carry on. There's three. There's gardening leave, fuck off and die, and we'll catch up with you once we know what's happening. There's the take a back seat and we'll hide you. Or the approach that they've gone is everything is normal, we're carrying on as normal. There's been no proof that this is real. Or we don't feel there's proof that this is real. Which, from a company point of view, is questionable, but from a team point of view, it's quite a strong view. Do you know what I mean? And it's quite, and as much as you would like, you know, if you had an issue at work which was totally fabricated against you, you know, by a disgruntled ex-employee or whatever this could be, would you and the company said, look, we support you, carrying as you are. There is sort of a good team spirit about that, you know. And the fact that he's got a whole mechanics and everyone else there working and all the usual seem to be there, feels like this is something that they've convinced the team it's not a problem. Because everyone's...
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll all come out at some point.
It's like this whole thing that just Verstappen got involved. Like, where the fuck is he?
I mean, to be fair,
what the fuck was that about?
Given that it was reported in a Dutch newspaper coming out of Austrian sources. For me, this is Helmut Marko and Jos Verstappen trying to stitch up Christian Horner.
Yeah.
Whether it is that they've witnessed something that they can get him in trouble for that he has done, or they're just actively trying to stitch him up. That, my opinion. Again, my opinion.
Why are they trying to what are they trying to reinvigorate into Red Bull? What is the
Horner has been very anti Helmut Marko for a good couple of years now. And Jos Verstappen and Helmut Marko are very close, and Max Verstappen and Helmut Marko are very close.
Dicks, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they're two testicles in a sack.
Yeah.
And I just get the impression that Jos and Christian don't get on, and now they're at this point where they think that the team will be better off without him, maybe. That is, again, just my opinion, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Sorry. News alert. They'd be better off without Helmut Marko
absolutely,
or Jos Verstappen.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, I agree.
And it's pot calling kettle black.
Yeah.
Jos Verstappen is saying that Christian Horner is being abusive.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Sorry, yes. All right. That's a big pot. Yeah, all right. It makes literally no sense. Like, this is the thing. It's so messed up as to what the feck is the information as to why Jos Verstappen and then what's this about? Like, and I'm sure it was clickbait and nothing real, but then this thing about Helmut Marko and saying that he classifies Hamilton having 8.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I looked at that tweet and I couldn't find any reference material anywhere. It's complete clickbait. There's nothing in it at all. Like it's just one person who tweets a lot of stuff that's controversial and it's just made up. Like, if you go back far enough, you see another one from Max Verstappen saying pretty much exactly the same thing. So it's like, no, it's all bollocks, and there's no reference whatsoever. Like, there's no source quoted or anything. It's just apparently he said it, but where's the proof? Where's the evidence? And that's rubbish. So
it would be quite funny if he did. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I can absolutely see him making the gaffe of 8-time champion. You mean 7-time champion? Oh yeah, sorry, 7-time champion.
Yeah.
I can see that gaffe. He is a man of a certain age, and certain things can be like forgotten, especially when you have a period of time where someone dominates the way Hamilton did. You can absolutely make that mistake. But
I mean,
he absolutely would not.
Do you know what? He's just another Bernie Eccleston, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just feck off and go away. Like, we don't need you. We don't want you. Feck off and run away. And I don't understand why you're still there and why the Dietrich family still employ you. Because I've literally no idea.
Anyway, Shall we do some predictions for the
Go on,
season?
then.
Given we're 6 hours into testing, and Lando Norris has the quickest time right now. So
Oh, we'll take that.
yeah, I'll take that absolutely. And Hamilton has no time. Oh, that's because he's not been in.
He's not racing today.
Hamilton and Perez haven't been in the car today, and they're not going to be in the car today. So
Okay.
Gasly is the slowest currently. With
and
Norris
two,
at the top.
but then he's been on C1s.
Yeah. I can't, to be honest, I'm looking at it in a tiny
Yeah.
phone screen, and
Yeah,
it's
same.
only a
He's
third
on
of my
C-
phone screen. So
he was on a C1.
yeah.
So if he's, I'm not worried by that. Yeah, actually, both the Alpines on C1s and aren't doing anything special. The Williams is, I mean, Albon had ran out of fuel and were doing, I think they were doing race pace stuff as well and not doing. So, I'm not going to be too excited about these, until we get to Wednesday and they've gone through all of them and we've seen what the whole weekend's fastest laps are.
Yeah.
You can't really
but
take anything from this.
Based on that, we know nothing.
Yeah.
So let's do some predictions based on that.
Okay.
On the fact that we know nothing, and then we'll see how close we get.
Okay, go on then.
Right. So let's just start with the big one. Champion. Drivers' World Champion.
I don't want it to be, but it's going to be Max.
I can't see it being anyone else. Again, I'd love for it to be, but I can't see it being anyone else. I think, are we both going to say Max?
Yeah. It's boring. It's dull, but it's Max until 2026.
Yeah. Constructors Championship.
I think Mercedes, because it's either going to be Mercedes or Ferrari.
Yeah.
But Ferrari's looking shit at the moment. But I think with Sainz going out and wanting to prove himself, he'll do well. And with Leclerc wanting to catch up with Sainz, he'll do well. And then same with Mercedes almost. Do you know what I mean? Toss up a coin on it, but I'm gonna go with Mercedes.
Wow. Okay. I still think Red Bull should win it. I think they will have the best car.
The thing is, they've still got Perez.
I think Max will score enough points to make up for the Perez.
I don't think so this year. I don't think this is a cut and shunt clear win that we had last.
I am really wanting to say McLaren. I am really wanting to say McLaren, but I think just the lack of experience at the front is probably going to be too early. Maybe next year.
Early. Next year I can see it. We don't know how their car is. They're very cut and shut. They never say anything about their car, and it's always doom and gloom.
Yeah. I just don't think they haven't quite got enough there at the moment. So maybe next year it might be.
But this is the thing. I think there will be other teams that will win races. Hence why I don't think Red Bull will win the constructors, because there will be more coming up.
Yeah. I think that I'm going to go Red Bull, which is boring, I know, but I just think that with Mercedes having two great drivers, with Ferrari having two great drivers, with McLaren having two great drivers, I just think that they're going to take points off each other all the way through. And I think you're going to be having, Ferraris hopefully winning races, McLaren's hopefully winning races, Mercedes hopefully winning races. If it was just a straight fight between Mercedes and Red Bull, then I say Max wins the majority of races and wins the World Championship. Hamilton and Russell win 2 or 3 races each. But then as a result, always beating Perez, that Mercedes nipped the Constructors' Championship. But there's too many cars together, so I'm going to stick with Red Bull. I think they are going to win it, which is annoying.
I like that you're using the same formula but coming out with a different answer.
How do you mean?
In the same way that Perez is shit, there's lots of other teams that could come up. It's the same formula but different answer.
Yeah. But it's more about them taking points off each other, rather than as I say, if it was just 2 teams in a fight, then I think then Red Bull could miss out. Right, okay, so we're gonna do some firsts, aren't we? So who is going to cause the first red flag, or who is going to be the car involved for the first red flag of the season? Now let's caveat this. This is the season proper, not practice, or
practice,
not
or
testing
pre-season
rather.
testing. This
And
is
when
as
we
of
say red
Bahrain
flag,
London.
this is red flag in a race. Are we saying that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. First red flag in a race.
Magnussen.
I'm looking up and down. Magnussen. Okay. I am torn between.
Come on, you're torn between Sargent and Stroll, aren't you?
I'm actually more torn between Logie Sarge and Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh yeah, Tsunoda no. I think this is Tsunoda's 6th season in this in F1. I think it's 6th. I don't have how much hatred.
21, 22, 23, and 24.
4 years then. I don't have as much hatred to him as anyone.
I don't have hatred. He can be a bit
crashy.
crashy.
He really pissed me off.
That's just the fact he can be a bit crashy. Cool. All right. Well, so you're going. Sorry, who did you say you're going with?
Magnussen. Only because his brakes will fail on his car because it's so shit. Do you know what I mean? It won't be Magnussen's fault, or his car will just pull over because his car breaks down, and that'll be the end of that. I'm not actually blaming Magnussen for the crash. I'm blaming Haas.
I am going to go with Logie Sarge.
Because
nice and boring. Because he's Logie Sarge, yeah.
I
think he will be better this year. I think he will be better, but he's still going to be. I think he will do that. Right. Okay. First in race DNF. So this not causing a red flag. This is just do not finish. So it could be a first lap tangle. Could be a reliability issue. Could be stall on the grid. Whatever.
I'm going to go. Go on, you go first.
I'm going to go Esteban Ocon.
Okay. I'm going to go Perez.
Perez. Oh, okay.
Just because we spoke about the car being a bit glitchy, we think. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. First botched pit stop. So I guess the question here is which Ferrari driver are we each picking?
I was just going to go for teams there. And let's be honest, it's Ferrari.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, we probably should go team rather than driver. Yeah. Okay, so you go for. I might just mix it up and do someone different, just because we haven't. I mean, apart from Max Verstappen as champion, we've been different for everything else. So, what do we reckon? First botched pit stop.
I mean, Sauber have to be in there.
I'm going Haas.
Oh yeah, Haas. I forgot about them.
Yeah, I'm going Haas. Okay.
No, their pits are normally quite clean. They're not the worst at pits.
I don't know. Australia, like 2018, was it? I can't remember now.
I mean, you're really dragging the back the past, but yeah, go on.
I'm a little bit there, yeah. Okay, right. So the next one then is first teammate collision.
Oh, what's going on?
What?
Oh,
no, it's fine. They're just showing.
I just saw a car stopped.
Yeah, no, they're showing some technical details on the Ferrari. They're showing some aero rakes and things. No one's crashed. Right.
You see why I thought that when it was just a
a
gravel pit and a car that's not going anywhere.
Although the Ferrari did just like pull into the path of Pierre Gasly and he had to take evasive action. Had to go off track. Oh, yeah, that's a bit tasty. Anyway, right. Teammate collision. First teammate collision. It's so tempting to say Ocon Gasly. Do you know what? I'm gonna go Aston Martin.
It's got to be a team that's close together. So, yeah,
but I'm gonna go Aston Martin.
I'm going George Hamilton.
Okay, so Mercedes.
Yep,
that would have been my second. That would have been my second choice.
Because they've got to be close together to do that.
Yeah, but if you think back to the first race of last year when Stroll very nearly took Alonso out on the first corner. Yeah. But
but they'll be reasonably close to each other. You know, obviously Alonso will be ahead, but they will be reasonable.
Yeah, but Alonso is not going to play nice now because
it's not going to be Williams because Albon will be 10th and
he is going to be Alonso is going to be gunning for that Mercedes seat. So I think he's going to go all guns blazing for that Mercedes seat. He's not going to show any quarter to Lance Stroll at all now. So yeah, I am going to say Aston. Right. First stewarding mess. So what race will the first stewarding mess be? So we've got Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Japan, China, United States, Italy. So I'm guessing it probably won't be that long.
Japan.
Japan? I'm going Bahrain.
Right, you're going straight in.
Yeah.
Well, Bahrain's there. There's not really much to fuck about with, is there? Bahrain.
Well, it depends what you're classing it. So, like for example, 2021, we had a stewarding mess in Bahrain with the whole thing of Hamilton going off track like 30 times or whatever, and then not being penalised, and then Verstappen doing it once and then getting penalised.
You're going right from the beginning.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going Bahrain. Great. Okay.
The old men in AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I'll save that off and I'll put it on our Google document, and maybe we'll try and look at that at the end of the year, see how close we got.
Yeah,
come up with a point system or something
if we remember.
Yeah, because we say this a lot and then we never actually do it, but we'll try and do it. I think this time round. Cool. Okay, thanks to our live chat. Thank you to Tom and Carl in the live chat for interacting. That's very good of you. I think that's probably it for today. Because I have to go back to work because I definitely should be at work still.
Nice. I've got to go and pick up the kids.
Cool. Yay. Have fun.
The boy. Right. I
see you later.
Bye.
I am the horn dog. Arr, arr, arr.
How'd you like your steak? Medium rare? Burning? Smoked? That's what Laura turned around and went. I went, she went, oh, Jesus, the steak is smoking a bit. I went, oh, is it medium rare?
Nice.
There we go.